Hi guys, this is Richard Yap and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking to you about COVID-19. This is a pandemic that has been with us since last year and more than a year already. And there are so many people who are getting sick, and there are so many people who have died because of COVID-19. Um, I came out on TV and I said that I was diagnosed with COVID-19, but this was actually in 2020. So this was last year when this pandemic was just starting. Um, I'd like to thank everyone who sent their wishes for me to get well, and for all your prayers, saying that you didn't know and that you wish that I would get well soon. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank everyone who sent all their wishes. But this was, like I said, this happened last year. But this is the first time that I'm going to be talking about it, and I want to share my COVID journey with all of you. This was at a time when COVID was just new. It was, well, fairly new because this was just right after the lockdown. The lockdown last year was in March 15, wherein people could not cross over from where they were staying, to other places. They could not fly over, like let's say Cebu to Manila, or Manila to Davao, Manila to Bacolod, or whatever. So I was traveling back and forth between Manila and Cebu, so I don't really know where I got it. But this was what happened. March 14, I was still in Cebu. March 13, 14, I was in Cebu. And they said that the lockdown was going to happen on March 15. So all flights were going to be canceled. You couldn't leave Cebu, or you couldn't come back to Manila if you were stuck there. So I had to hurriedly get my ticket and had it rebooked. But so I was able to come back on March 14, and I was okay at that time. Nothing was wrong with me. But when I came back after a day, I was feeling bad already. I was coughing, and I felt feverish. Etong klaseng fever, ibang klase. Kasi it's the kind that your body is so hot na when you wake up, pawis na pawis ka. At hindi yung ordinary na konting pawis lang. As in basa. Basa talaga, pati yung kama mo basang-basa. So I said there was something wrong already. So I called up a doctor friend of mine, a very good friend, Dr. Dante Dator. And I didn't know he was in Hawaii at that time. He was just on his way back, pero I called him up and said, "Doc, I'm not feeling so well, and I'm not sure what it is." Sabi niya sa akin, mag-isolate ka na. So I didn't want to put my family at risk. Nag-isolate na ako kaagad. I stayed in a place all by myself, na ako lang talaga. Sabi niya, "Kaya mo ba? Gusto mo magpa-hospital na?" Sabi ko, "Wag muna, doc. I think try ko muna labanan." And at that time, wala pa mga gamot. It was just starting out pa lang yung hydrochloroquine. And yun, pinatry na rin niya sa akin. Binigyan na rin niya ako para, and there was, I think I was taking antibiotics already. Binigyan ako ng antibiotics because my cough was starting to get so bad after a day or two. Itong klaseng cough na akala mo pag umubo ka, when you cough, it's like all your guts are going to come out with your cough. Ganun kagrabe. So it was all so sudden, no? So Monday, Tuesday was just slight coughing, and then colds and all that. And then it gumrabe siya. Like I said, na pag umubo ka na, sumasakit na yung dibdib mo. And and then parang luluwa na lahat ng laman loob mo when you cough. It was so bad. I was, sabi ko, grabe na to. Especially going into the weekend. But I was taking medicine, so I was hoping na medyo mawala. So, by Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, it was a little bit bad already. Yung fever was on, off. And then, it was really the coughing that was really bad. Yun talaga ang hirap. And then, I started having difficulty breathing. Sabi ko, parang iba na yata to. So yung mga binabasa nyo na sabi na, if you can hold your breath for 10 seconds without coughing, then that means that you don't have COVID. That's nonsense. I did that, I could do it, pero I got COVID. So anyway, hindi pa natin nalaman at that time. Pero nung Sunday, I was really, hirap na ako. Sabi ko, hindi na ako makahinga. Tinawagan ko ulit ang doktor ko. Sabi, Doc, hirap na ako huminga. Sabi niya, hospital ka na. Pumunta ka na sa hospital. Sabihan ko na yung hospital. So I went to the hospital. I went to Makati Med. So I went to Makati Med and they said, hindi ka pwede na may kasama, ikaw lang mag-isa. So yun, I was just dropped off. Iniwan ako mag-isa. So, ganun kahirap. At, because baka mahawa yung mga kasama mo. So, hindi pwede na may kasama ka. So, even though may sakit ka, wala kang pwedeng mautusan, wala kang pwedeng, it's just you and the people at the hospital. The nurses, the doctors, and all that. So, I went through the triage, and then, sinwab nila ako, and all that. But the problem is, yung swab test naman that time, ang tagal lumabas nung results. It would take about 4 or 5 days at the minimum para makuha yung results. So, may sakit ka na, pero hindi ka sure kung ano because hindi na confirm nung test. But I was sure that already it was COVID, so I said, sabi nila nga, pa-admit ka na. The problem was, wala namang kwarto. So, I was there at the ER. I stayed there for more than 2 days, almost 3 days. Sa ER ako, buti na lang when I went in, hindi pa ganun kapuno, meron pa akong nakuhang kama. So, doon lang ako sa tabi, ako lang mag-isa. I didn't want to attract attention also, so sabi ko kay doctor, kay Doc Dante na, when he said na, sabihan ko yung mga doktor doon sabi ko, Doc, I don't want any fanfare. I don't want any special treatment. Basta regular kung how they admit people and all that. So yun, I had to wait in the ER for about 2.5 days, almost 3. Actually, halos mag-3 na nga yun. And ang hirap because kahit nagutom ka or whatever, wala ka namang mautusan bumili ng pagkain mo. Ang hirap pa sa ER kasi isa lang yung restroom. And the restroom was dulo-dulo. I was here sa dulo. Pagkatapos lalakad ka dito sa kabilang side. So I had to take off my oxygen. What they gave me was a high flow oxygen. Ganito kalaki yung tubo. Naka-high flow sa ilong ko. So, like I said, grabe talaga yung hangin. Para kang what do you call that, blower. Naka-full yung blower pagkatapos nakatutok sa'yo. So, ganun kalakas yung hangin kasi my oxygen level was very low at that time. Almost nasa 90 yata or, something like that. I can't really remember at that time, pero mababa siya. So, they took an x-ray of me and usually yung x-ray mga ganito. Ganito yung x-ray. Pero, yung sa akin, ang dami ng puti-puti dito. Ang dami na siyang puti-puti. That means that they said I already had I had pneumonia and then yung puti-puti, yun yung, I don't know what they call it, basta, that was the COVID-19 already. They were, parang yung mga virus was infecting my lungs already, so you could see all the white spots. Nandun na ako sa ER. Nakakatawa nga eh. While all of us doon, naka-COVID ka na, wala kang kasama, parang ang sama na ng ano mo. And then there was this one woman na masakit na yung paa. And she kept on shouting, aray, aray, aray. Tapos sinisigawan niya yung asawa niya. Sabi niya, tanga ka kasi, ganun. Sabi ko, ano ba naman to? Nasa loob, nag-aaway pa, nasa loob ng hospital. I'm sure it wasn't COVID kasi may kasama siya eh. Pagkatapos nung umalis ng asawa niya para bumili ng pagkain, kausap niya yung mga nurse, sabi niya, bait-bait nga yung asawa ko eh. Hindi talaga ako inaaway niyan. Kahit kailan, hindi ako nasigawan. Pero siya, sinisigawan niya, sinasabihan niya, tanga yung asawa niya. Sabi ko, kawawa naman yung lalaki. Kaya may comedy pa rin dun sa loob ng hospital eh. Tapos pagbalik na naman ng asawa niya, papagalitan na naman niya. Anyway, yun yung mga na-encounter ko dun sa loob there. I went in Sunday, and then nung mga Tuesday night yata, Monday, Tuesday night ba o Wednesday? Wednesday na yata. Wednesday na, nabigyan ako ng kwarto, pero gabi na. Halos 9 na yata o magta-10 na. So, sabi nila walang available kwarto except for ito, parang suite daw siya. Sabi ko, sige kahit ano, okay lang. Konti lang naman difference niya. Hindi naman talaga suite siya, pero mas malaking kwarto, parang large private, parang ganun. So, I said, sige, okay lang. So, they transferred me, they put me in at least sabi ko, sige, at least may TV ako, may ref ako, pwede ako kasi pinadalan ako ng pagkain na ni Melody when I went there, and marami na siyang pinadala sa akin para hindi na ako, kasi hindi naman ako makalabas. So, ganun. At least may ref ako, nilagay ko dun. And, ang problema naman, yung kwarto na yun, there was something in the room. Hindi ako makatulog yung gabi na yun. Binangungot ako ng 5 times that night. Every time I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up because of the nightmare. And iba yung nightmare, parang papatayin ka. Sabi ko, hindi ata ako mamamatay sa COVID, mamamatay ako dito sa bangungot. 5 times. You could not believe. Every time I'd fall asleep, magigising ako. I was just holding on to my rosary. Kasi kahit na mag-pray ka, I didn't want to sleep. So, sabi ko, pero sa sobrang pagod na, makakatulog ka ulit. Pagtulog mo ulit, babangungutin ka na naman. You'd have the nightmare. I'd have that nightmare again. It was different nightmares every time I'd fall asleep. So, the next day, I told the nurse, "Nurse, can I have a different room? Because I don't think I will last long in this room." Buti na lang, they said that, we have to move you also because this machine needs to be near the nurse's station. Good thing, they said there's a smaller room and all that. Sabi ko, it doesn't matter, just move me. So they moved me to another room the next day. That night, I slept like a baby. So, grabe yung pinagdaanan. Not only the COVID itself. You could say, maybe siguro sasabihin na ibang tao, it was hallucinations, pero I was sleeping in the ER. I didn't have those nightmares. I was sleeping in the second room that they gave me. I had no nightmares whatsoever. So, all I did was, to sleep and all that. Every day, kukunan nila ng dugo here and here. Dito, kinukunan ng dugo dito. And dito rin. I'll show you the pictures of my of my arm during that time. And they were saying na at first kasi dumadami yung white spots on my chest, on my chest x-ray. So I didn't know it at that time, but my doctor told me that he was so worried that I wasn't going to make it. Kasi paggrabe yung COVID ko. Pero buti na lang, sabi nga niya, because I was healthy at that time, hindi ako umabot ng kailangan ma-intubate. Kasi pag na-intubate ka talaga, ang hirap na ng buhay mo. Talagang para kang nakakoma na. So, buti na lang, nilalabanan ko rin siya. Like I said, sabi ko nga, Doc, pwede ba akong maligo dito and all that? Sabi niya, pero I don't think na kaya mo kasi baka mahilo ka and all that. Sabi ko, di, kaya ko, Doc. So, naligo rin ako all by myself and all that. Pero habang naliligo ka, pag nagsha-shampoo ka, nahihilo ka talaga, grabe. As in, parang tutumba ka. Pero nilalabanan ko. Sabi ko, kaya ko to. So, nakita ko ng doktor na nakaligo ako. So, sabi niya, kaya mo pala sige. Sabi niya, okay yan, labanan mo lang. So, I had 3 doctors who were attending to me dun sa hospital. Aside from yung doctor friend ko. The doctors were Maria Teresa Torres, Salvador Miklat Abad Santos, Dr. Gregorio Ocampo, and of course my attending physician was Dr. Dante Pidator. These doctors really, hindi ko sila mapapasalamatan. Hindi ko kayang, I don't know how to thank them enough, because they took such good care of me. Yun nga, my doctor, my friend who was attending physician didn't tell me at that time because he didn't want to alarm me. Pero every day he was checking on me, he was checking on my results, the blood test, the x-rays and all that, and he says, "Nako Richard, lumaban ka." Kasi he was seeing that everything was going up and going very badly for me. Pero ako naman, I felt more at ease because I was already in the hospital. And meron silang binigay sa akin na gamot after the 4th day yata. Tocilizumab. That was 46,000 isang pack na IV. Grabe mahal. Pero sabi nga ng kaibigan ko, sabi niya, buhay ka naman. So that is one of the medicines that helped me. Like I said, ang hirap nitong kasakit na to because hindi ka nga pwedeng samahan ng family mo, and you're all by yourself. You have to do everything by yourself. But I found out that my family was my wife and kids. They were storming the heavens by praying for me each and every day. Nagro-rosary sila. They'd gather around and pray the rosary every day para lang, to ask our Lord to help us and to make me get well. Yun lang. Yun lang magagawa nila kasi hindi talaga nila ako mapuntahan. So I think that played a very big part in my getting well because prayer is very powerful also. So yun, I just hope and pray that you don't have to go through this kasi hindi biro talaga tong sakit na to. And I'm just so glad that the support was there, even though ako lang mag-isa. When I'd see them on, let's say on FaceTime and all that, at least, gumagaan yung pakiramdam. After the 3rd or 4th day, 4th day or 5th day in the hospital, I said, "Doc, hanggang kailan kaya ako dito? Ilang araw pa lang ako dito, ganito na yung amount." I think 2 or 3 days ako dun, nasa 200,000+ na. Pero yun nga, I was really worried also because ang laki na ng bill ko during that time. Sabi na, well, you have to take a swab again. So, every few days nagsa-swab eh. Pero yun nga, ang tagal bumalik nung results at that time. Kasi starting para ng testing nun eh. They have to bring it to our ITM and all that, and ang tagal bago bumalik sa kanila yung results. Good thing nag-work yung mga medicine na binigay sa akin, na wala na yung spots sa chest ko. Medyo nag-clear up na siya. So by the end of the 10th day, medyo clear na siya. Pero sa swab test, I wasn't clear of COVID yet. So at least I could breathe on my own. My pulse oximeter was already about 90s, 97, 98 already. So medyo normal na ako, and I wasn't coughing anymore. I wasn't sick anymore in terms of yung pareho dun sa first time na pumasok ako. So by the 10th day, they decided to release me already, but they said I should isolate myself. So of course I isolated myself again. All in all, I isolated myself for 46 days. 6 days before going to the hospital, 10 days in the hospital, and then 30 days after that. So no contact with my family. Buti na lang meron tayong cell phones and all that you could talk to them, because that was the only thing keeping me sane. If not, ang hirap to be all by yourself, na walang mag-asikaso sa'yo, talagang ikaw lahat. Kahit na may sakit ka, you have to do it all by yourself. So for everyone who is going through COVID, you have to be strong. Not only, I'm not saying you have to be strong in terms of your health and you have to be strong mentally also. You have to be strong, kailangan labanan mo, kailangan mo you have to fight. Hindi pwede na just because na may sakit ka, sabi ayoko na, ganun, di ba? I think it's also the will to live. But when I was about to go into the hospital, I was already thinking about, sabi ko, paano pag hindi ako makalabas ng hospital na buhay? Because it was that bad already. And I was thinking na paano naman yung pamilya ko? And ang iniisip ko kaagad, buti na lang may insurance ako that could cover for everything. For whatever na pwede kong may maiwan sa kanila. It was that bad that I was thinking already about that. Pero I just kept on praying. I just kept on having faith in my doctors, and I said that this is, I think, if the Lord thinks that it's not my time yet, it's not going to be my time. If it is, it's going to be your time. So ganun lang, inisip ko lang na basta I'll just do my best and try to fight against this COVID. At the end of 10 days, I had the bill for the hospital, which was about 500,000+. I said, Diyos ko, wala namang magbabayad, ikaw lang. Buti na lang may credit card ako. So binayad ko credit card. Pero that was the time that they were saying na PhilHealth is going to pay for everything if you have COVID before April something. I came out mga April 1 yata, or April 2. So basta before April 15 and all that, those who had COVID, libre daw lahat ng hospital stay. Didn't happen. Ang binayad ng PhilHealth sa akin was 10,500 out of the 500,000. So siguro sabihin ng ibang tao na may pera ka naman. That's not the issue. The issue here is dapat kung talagang binayaran nila, kasi may mga cases ako na that was on the news and all that, na binayaran yung sa kanila. Even though they were in private hospitals and all that, binayaran. Pero in my case, hindi. Well, inisip ko na lang siguro na mas kailangan yung pera sa iba. No? Hopefully sa iba napunta, hindi sa ibang bulsa. Well, that was a little disappointing, pero wala naman tayong magagawa. So, we just let it be. We tried to ask PhilHealth about it, pero hanggang ngayon, wala naman silang sagot. I really don't know where I got this, because the guys I was with in Cebu, wala naman sa kanila ang nagkaroon ng COVID. The people who I was with during that time, I tried, to find out. Nobody of them got COVID. So ako lang talaga. Parang nag-back trace din ako. So yun. I just wanted to thank everyone, especially in Makati Med, all the nurses, all the med techs, all the doctors who took care of me. Like I said, I could never thank them enough. Like I said, it's been 1 year since my COVID journey. This was last year. I had a friend at that time who was in the hospital for 46 days. So sa akin 46 days na isolation kasama yung hospital. Sa kanya, hospital talaga siya ng 46 days. Na ICU pa yata siya, and I'm glad that he was able to get out, and he's now okay. Pero there are people who are not so lucky. We have had some friends who have passed away, and it's really very sad kasi yung iba ang babata pa talaga. So guys, I wish you'd keep safe and take care of yourself. Let's all pray. Let's pray that this pandemic will go away so that we can go back to our lives, which is, we can go back to our work. This has not only destroyed a lot of lives, but not only sa health, but in terms of our work. Our work has greatly suffered. Our businesses have suffered, and if we don't really work together to make sure that this goes away, we're going to be suffering a lot from it. So again, I hope this answered all your questions about what happened to me, and I'd like to thank all of you for all your prayers and your wishes, even though last year na yun, I just didn't want to bring attention to myself that time, kaya hindi ko na nilabas. I didn't post on social media and all that. Pero now that tinanong ako and all that, I said, okay naman siguro na sabihin ko na, because I just want people to learn from it also. So for those of you who haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you like this vlog of mine, even though it's medyo depressing. So for those of you who haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe, and watch out for my next vlog. Thank you for all the love, and see you soon, guys.